Okay, this is 2.5. We're going to talk about rate of change. I need to calculate the y-intercept algebraically. That means don't graph this. Calculate it using algebra. How do I calculate that? I have $20 for anybody who can answer that question. How do I calculate it algebraically? No, just tell me. How do I calculate it? I don't know what that means. How do I calculate it algebraically? And what do you do? Yeah, you know you're disqualified. Sorry, you're disqualified. Besides, remember I told you I always tell you the truth unless I'm lying? I'm not going to give you $20. It's a lie. I just lied. No. How do I calculate the y-intercept, kids? The y-intercept, what is 0, children? The y-intercept, what is 0? Say it like you mean it. The y-intercept, what is 0? X. Okay, not obnoxiously, like you mean it. Yes, x is 0. So in order to calculate this algebraically, I make x 0. If I wanted the x-intercept, how do I calculate that algebraically? Make y 0. Guys, you have to memorize this stuff. X-intercept, y equals 0. Y-intercept, x equals 0. It's the opposite. Okay? If I want to know the x, I make the y 0. If I want to know the y, I make the x 0. So this becomes 0, this becomes 0. Y equals -7. Now, you put that on the test and I mark it wrong. Why? Because you have to do b equals -7, or you have to go 0, -7. That's an ordered pair. That's my x, that's my y, okay? Memorization is something you guys need to learn about. It's your friend. Okay, sorry, I forgot to hit play. There you go. There's your x-intercepts, -4, 0, 2, 0. Your y-intercept is 0, -2. Remember, this is an xy, ordered pair. X is first, y is second. Okay. Find the slope of a line that passes through given points. All right. Your slope is rise over run. Again, you learned this in junior high. It is the change in y over the change in x. See, now you write this down because you're taking notes. However, with the warm-ups, you just do them. You don't, or you look back at your notes. You don't just copy down what I do. And then you have the change in y over the change in x. So it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's your ordered pair. Look here. 4:10 and 6:15. X in minutes, y in miles. I don't care about the x in minutes, y in miles. What I care about is this. You need to know the rate of change or the slope. x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay? Those are your x's and your y's. Why is this x1? Because it's the first x. This is x2 because it's your second x. It's an ordered pair, x and y. So now, please, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 comes from right here. I make the empty parentheses. Yep. And then I fill in my values. What value goes right here? What value goes in this one right here? 15. That's my y2. What value goes right here? You identify them x2 and x1 so you can fill them in. Now I got to put in y2, which is 6, y1, which is 4. Now, I put that in my calculadora, and I come up with 5 over 2. So this equals 5 over 2. So what's my rate of change? 5 over 2. Now, X is your minutes, Y is your miles. So this is 5 miles in 2 minutes. But I don't care about that. The only thing I care about is 5 over 2. Okay. Now, calculate the average rate of change. Again, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Please pay. This is f of x. This is g of x. So I have to calculate the rate of change for f of negative 4. What value? I know it's been a weekend. What value is negative 4? It's the x. Who said y? That is correct. That's your x value. So when x equals negative 4, what does y equal? I go right down to that point on the line. So when y equals negative 4, so now I have my x1, my y1, okay? What value is 8? What letter value is 8, kids? 6, 7, 8. That means when x is 8, y is negative 1. x1, or x2, sorry, y2, okay? Then you put it in that x2 minus x1 over y2 minus y1, and you get this. Get the answer for your rate of change. Same thing over here. G of 1, G of 3. So that means I have 1 comma 1, x1, y1, and I have 3 comma 1, x2, y2. Let's go ahead and do number 5. So I have, my formula is y2 minus y1, right, over x2 minus x1. I'm going to have 1 minus 1 over 3 minus 1. What's 1 minus 1? So it's going to be 0 over 2. I can't leave it like that. What's 0 over 2? Put in your calculator. 0 over 2 equals 0. So what is your rate of change for this one? 0. If you go from 1 to 1, that's a horizontal line. All right. You went like this. Okay. 1 is at 1. 2 is at 1. 3 is at 1. And then 4 is at 0. So this is the line right here. There's your line. Okay. Okay, here we go. What value is in the parentheses, children? That is your x value, yes. So, h of 2 equals 2 squared plus 2 times 2. H of 2 equals 8. 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. H2 equals 8. What else? What the heck just happened? To find. I found my H2. Now do I need to find? My H5. So now I'm going to find my H5. H5 equals 5 squared plus 2 times 5. H of 5, 25 plus 10 equals 35. What does this mean? Okay, what is h of 2? That is my what value? My x. What is 8? 8 would be my y, yes. So this ordered pair is 2 comma 8. x1, y1. This order paired right here is what? 535. X2, Y2. Now, we're not done. I know, we're not done. What do we have to do now? Well, we have to do this. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So then I go blump, blump over blump, 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 blump over blump, blump. Y2 is right here in this one. Y2 is 35. Y1 is 8. X2 is 5. X1 is 2. And now I use my calculator. Put that into your calculadora. Go ahead. 27 over what? So this equals 27 over 3. Huh. Does that equal 27 over 3? Please put it in your calculator. Yes, thank you. If you put 27 over 3 on the test, it's wrong. What is it? 9. That's why I want you to use your calculator. So for this one, the rate of change from h of 2 to h of 5 is 9. Erase all of this so it looks a little cleaner. Equals 9. Number 7, we've already done that type of number 7. So now I have -1, right? J of -1. Which one am I going to use? Put -1 right here. Is -1 bigger than 0? Nope. Not going to use this one. Is -1 less than 0? Yeah. So for that one, I'm going to use x minus 1. So J of -1 equals -1 minus 1. J of -1 equals -2. So now I have -1 comma -2. Those are my x and my y's. Now, J of 3. I put 3 here. Is 3 smaller than 0? Put 3 here. Is 3 bigger than or equal to 0? So, I said or. So I have 3 plus 1, which equals 4. So J of 3 equals 4. So here I have 3 comma 4. So now I have my x1, my y1, my x2, my y2. And then I put it into the, how to find a slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I will get my answer, Adora. Okay, I was just informed that on your notes, this is +2. So then you're going to get 5. You put in for what you have. Mine says +1. It's okay. Same concept. Average rate of change. We've already done these, okay? Already done these. Already done these. All right? So, if you have any questions, please come in. Love you. Have a nice day. Oh, bye-bye. Bye.